We love that refreshing sound. Welcome back to the Burger Podcast, everybody. I'm Caleb Warner.
Justin Burkett.
And alongside us, our trusty steed, electrician, world traveler, married man. You know who he is.
TK, what's up, guys?
What can't he do? Yeah, welcome back, y'all. What is this, the third episode of the month?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, third episode of the month. Welcome back. We took a little week break. Right, guys, didn't we?
A little hiatus, yeah.
Yeah, there's some traveling going on, all kinds of stuff. But we're back now. Third episode. I'm coming back for redemption, Justin, because last episode was rough. Boy,
it was a great episode.
Oh, okay. For you.
Thought it was fantastic.
I'm
so mad at myself for not fucking getting that last question. I feel stupid.
Yeah. Gold Balls of Fury, if you didn't catch it last week. It's up on the tubes and anywhere else. And Justin was one away from the perfect episode. Got the steal and all. Swung it, so it's 6-9. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got some ground to make up. That's for sure. It's going to be an uphill battle. Maybe we could just switch what happened last episode, dude. And this time I can do what you did. That'd be nice, right?
No. That would mess with the arc, my story arc.
Yeah. It would help mine, though. So, no, I doubt that happens. But hopefully Wheelsifer or Wheels Above, whatever we call the wheel, is in my favor tonight. That's the hope. TK, I'm just now realizing I probably didn't email you any community kickoff questions, but
that's all right. I got one. We can go ahead and do it if you want, or we can talk about what we're drinking or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I could tell you guys what I'm drinking. I'm being fancy tonight, and I have 2 Miller Lights, but I threw the can in the trash because I poured it in a glass.
Very nice. Classy individual.
2 Miller Lights.
Right.
So doing the most out here.
I got the last of my sour pack that Ashley got me, the volcano sauce, and a truly pineapple because we went to a party last weekend and Ashley doesn't like pineapple stuff, so I get all the pineapple flavored stuff. And I like pineapple, so it's not a big deal.
Well, I've got COVID coming off the end of that, so I'm not going to drink anything except for a pure leaf iced tea because it's the only thing I can find except water and booze in my house. So
I also would like to report that I found Narragansett just by happenstance. Me and Ashley went out to dinner and we were sitting at the bar and I was like, get the fuck out of here. And she was like, what? And I was like, that's the fucking beer from the podcast. And they had it on tap. So I got one and then I was like, all right, let me get a Natty Boh so I can compare. And I definitely like Natty Boh like a little bit better, but it's like I understand. It's like that same, it's just easy chuggable beer, like not much flavor to it, goes down easy.
Oh yeah. They have Narragansett. I don't know if you saw it because sometimes they have them on draft in the summertime, but they also have it's like a yellow and green colored can.
Yeah, I remember seeing the pictures.
Candy. Yeah. Sometimes they have it on draft at places, but yeah, it's nice because it's the same price,
like Leinenkugel type of shandy, like that.
It's flavor. really like that. Yeah.
Heavy on
that one I have had.
Yeah,
I think
I just was like
on the podcast.
What are the odds? Oh, really?
Yeah, must have been when I was in Maine, but yeah, that's one of them. But that takes us to our community kickoff question. This time it was so nicely sent in by friend of the show, Erica. She not only sent us one, she sent us a list of one, and this is just the top one. So shout out to you. She always comes through with the links even, so I don't have to do any digging.
Shout out.
She wants to know this time. Costume designers for Game of Thrones used rugs from what store to create the cloaks worn by members of the Night's Watch?
And I would say
no
IKEA
idea.
Off the rip.
I thought
because I know IKEA does they have like those
like shaggy,
like cow and like bear and like all kinds of those kind of rugs. That would be my guess. Just offer
the
it.
Night Watch is like that real shaggy type of stuff, though, right? Like
Yeah, it's like real padded,
black and like real thick, furry, shag carpety. I don't know. I mean, IKEA is a good guess, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What'd you say, Lovesack? They
Yeah,
have
just
like
because I was thinking
rugs?
of like, I was just thinking like the vibe of that place when you walk in is kind of like, I'm thinking of like Austin Powersy type stuff because of shag carpet is like what's in my head right now.
Is there like a chain carpet place?
Bill's Carpet Store or whatever. He has commercials around here.
Yeah, around Maryland. I can't think of like any big time like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, IKEA is a good guess. It's a European thing.
Isn't it like isn't Pottery Barn? Don't they do like rugs and shit too?
I don't know. I've never
I
been.
can confirm I've never been to a Pottery Barn.
I mean, maybe like Home Goods I can think of has big rugs, or like
Like a Big Lots or something.
yeah, Home Depot. Would they have rugs? Probably not like that though. They're probably just like standard carpet.
I'll stick with my guns and say IKEA.
Yeah,
We can.
I'm not mad at IKEA. I like it more than Lovesack. That's for sure.
I don't have any fucking clue. I'm not a Game of Thrones watcher or a rug connoisseur, so I've got nothing for it. Let's see what her link sends us.
Dude, let's go.
$79 IKEA rug.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
What an ugly fucking rug.
Oh yeah, look, and then you literally just cut a circle out of it, and it makes a.
Yeah, I don't know shit about rugs, but I know a good amount about Game of Thrones, and I think I've heard this before.
I'll give it some dings. You earned it. Way to go with your gut there, Caleb.
Ooh, $15 million per episode.
It's crazy. You know nothing, John. So,
are you caught up on House of Dragon?
Yeah, it kind of stinks.
I am. Meg's watching it, but I have no clue what's going on.
It's pretty boring. Like
episode 3 was a good one, but then it's just been like a bunch of setup and stuff.
They said they spent basically their whole season 1 budget on that season 3 battle, and that's like that tells us that's the only battle like we're gonna get the rest of the season.
Hopefully.
I saw that there was a dragon head being touted through the streets, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah.
It sucks because you figure like at some point all the dragons are gonna be dead, so it's just like
you know it. Yeah.
You just kind of are like waiting, and you're like, "Oh man."
I mean, they alluded to it in like the very first season. They were like, the only thing that can take down the House of the Dragon is the House of the Dragon.
Right.
So, like, why are we fighting each other? But here they are.
Yeah.
They're all going to die.
It's kind of sad knowing the fate. It takes the tension out, right? That's why prequels sometimes are really hard to make, because if you've seen, obviously they're far enough ahead that you're not going to know the immediate fate of most of the characters, but it's hard to do like anything when you know somebody's either going to A, survive any situation, or B, they're going to die before and whatever.
Yeah.
So
that's what makes Revenge of the Sith so good. They did such a good job with Anakin.
But you knew he's going to survive in some capacity, right? So there's no tension because he can't die in certain spots. So I don't know. Anywho, that takes us to the game. If you're not familiar with the show, this is how we do things around here. Welcome to the Burger Podcast. 10 questions over 5 rounds. Caleb and Justin are pitted against each other. They have 4 lifelines to work with. They have a phone a friend, a 2x multiplier, a reroll, and a steal and answer. The only catch is they can only use 1 per round. All of our categories are decided by the random wheel that is not so random. We have dubbed Wheelsifer. And there's a running score tallied up. But Caleb went first last week, so Justin will lead off with his lead of 9-6. Any final words, fellas, before we get going?
I'm fucking cold. I hope I can get on the heater here to warm myself up. So I'm gonna put my Snuggie on and warm up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to get back in the game. That's all I want here. I want to make it close for the last episode.
Fair enough. All right, Justin, spinning.
Spinning.
Is that a
Winning.
snuggie or just a blanket?
It's a snuggie.
Nice.
I've had this since like
Entertainment, where you landed.
sophomore year of high school. Entertainment, you said?
Yep.
Entertainment.
All right. Here's your entertainment question. Which composer was the first person to score an EGOT by winning all 4 American Entertainment Awards?
We've had an EGOT question before because I had never fucking heard of it. The first person, man, we've even had the fucking EGOT winners up.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've had the whole list on the show before. Excuse me. I can't name a single composer, like not a single one, let alone probably the most famous one, I guess. I fucking hate entertainment questions. I truly have no idea. I couldn't name a single person. I don't know anyone that scores Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, nothing. Don't know any of those people. I truly don't have Beethoven. I don't have a single name that I could pull up from anything. It's not something I've ever paid attention to once in my life. I like the music in movies and stuff, but as far as knowing who did it, who's responsible for it, not a fucking clue. So go ahead and pass that one on to Caleb to steal because I'm sure he knows this one.
All right. So you're going to go with Beethoven, final answer?
Yeah. I mean, I literally couldn't even throw a first name out. I have not a clue.
All right. So this was an entertainment question. Which composer was the first person to score an EGOT by winning all 4 American Entertainment Awards? Justin says Beethoven. That's before the EGOT's time, but I had to buzz you anyway.
I don't know this. I'm kind of blanking. The only composer I can really think of right now is Hans Zimmer, but I don't know. I don't know that like the big composers would do everything within the EGOT category. I don't know it well enough to steal. I would have said Hans Zimmer, but I have no idea.
All right, so this one is kind of a one that I wasn't expecting you guys to get, but I had to toss it in here. This is somebody I've never heard of, Richard Rogers of Rogers and Hammerstein. Never heard of him.
I figured it had to be maybe a little bit older.
I'm surprised. I honestly, out of the three of us, TK, but you had like known who it was.
I had no clue, to be honest. He became the first EGOT winner in 1962, long before EGOT even existed, it says.
Music?
He won an Emmy for Winston Churchill, The Valiant Years. He had 2 Grammys for The Sound of Music and No Strings, and an Oscar for State Fair, as well as multiple Tonys for South Pacific, The King, and blah, blah, blah. So 1962 is well before any of us existed, let alone we're paying attention to media. So sorry about that. That's a fucking shitty, one of those shitty ones that comes across. That takes us to Caleb. Here's your half of round 1.
Let's do it. It's a tough one, Justin. Tough one to start out with.
Hans Zimmer, once you said it, that's a familiar name, but I would have never pulled it out. That's for sure.
I can't remember. Hans Zimmer, I think he's the one that did like Inception and stuff like that. I can't. There's the one guy that does Star Wars, and I went and saw.
That's John Williams.
Yeah, and then there's like another guy that does Harry Potter.
Hans Zimmer, Interstellar, Gladiator, The Lion King, Inception, Dune.
The Nolan. Dude, I love Interstellar. That's like in my top 3, maybe top 5.
Yeah, that one's a banger. All right, Caleb, you also ended up in entertainment. So entertainment for round 1 here. Let's see. What is the name of Maroon 5's debut studio album?
Oh boy. I don't know. I can picture it. It's like a red. The CD case is red. It's not. I know She Will Be Loved is on it, I think. I don't know if it's called She Will Be Loved. Their debut, dude. They've had so many. Also, some people consider this a hot take, but I think you could argue Maroon 5 is probably the most successful band of like the past 15 to 20 years. It's actually insane how much they're on like number one billboards. I remember the CD because I bought it when I was a kid. My first 2 CDs I ever had, I think, was John Mayer, Bodies of Wonderland, and then this Maroon 5 one.
Dang. My first CD was Saliva.
Technically, my first CD was Sublime, but it was gifted to me. I didn't like buy it with my own money, but with my own hard-earned chore money, I remember. She Will Be Loved. I'm gonna have to go with it. I don't know if that's right. I'm trying to think of other songs that would have been around before then, but yeah, I'll go with that. She Will Be Loved. Final answer.
All right. This was entertainment once again. What is the name of Maroon 5's debut studio album? Caleb says it's named after the hit song off of it, She Will Be Loved.
No. I feel like it's a name of a woman.
I can't steal. I mean, if there's one thing I'm worse at naming than like naming actors and shit, it's music. Anything. Band, artist, song names, literally anything. Can't do it.
All right, so the correct answer is Songs About Jane.
Fucking God damn it. As soon as
I heard a woman's name, yeah.
And it's red, right? On the fucking
it's red and black.
Yeah. God damn it. Duh. Fuck.
Yep.
Is that a song?
Jane. No, I mean the whole album is all about Jane, so it's like whatever. Yeah. It's a killer album. If you haven't listened to it, I'm sure that you have at least heard a song or two off of it, but highly recommend. Came out in the summer of 2002, so it's been a long fucking time.
Wow.
I can't believe I got that wrong. That's tough.
All right, after one, we've got no score here. On to round 2. Justin, back to you.
I'm so mad I knew the color of the damn thing. I knew a song on it. Fucking A.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Leisure. Yep, and that's standard procedure around here.
It rhymes. Leisure procedure. Oh, fucking A.
Geography instead. It's a blessing or a curse. Let's find out here.
Geography.
Damn it.
Hang on. Technical difficulties here. All right, Justin. Which African country has the largest rhino population?
Not a clue. Not a clue. Kenya. I don't know where they hunt rhinos. I'm just gonna say Nigeria because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about the population of Nigeria. They were talking about the humans there, but it's an African country and they were talking about population. So let's just hope rhinos have something to do with that. No clue. Yeah, I'll say Nigeria. Final answer.
All right. This was a geography question. Which African country has the largest rhino population? Justin says, according to a podcast, hopefully it's Nigeria.
I have no idea. I can't steal this.
It's got to be like Kenya or something.
Kenya, Zimbabwe. Is that a country?
That was my other guess, Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, but I think Zimbabwe's smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
It could be super. Yeah, I probably would have said like Kenya or something too. I can't steal.
All right. Well, it says the correct answer is South Africa. South Africa.
I thought South Africa for a minute, and then I was like, meh, I don't know.
Here we go.
Seems like a cop out.
South Africa accounts for about half of the tonal black rhino population. The 2022 State of the Rhinos report. This is how many pages? 17-page report on rhinos. If you want to get caught up, there we go. Zimbabwe is 5%. South Africa is 68%
Holy shit.
of all the rhinos. Kenya at 8%.
Yeah, Nigeria is not anywhere on
Nigeria is not on there at all.
Oh man.
All right, well, tough one there.
Call me stupid. I didn't know there was like differences in rhinos. I thought rhinos are just rhinos. I didn't know there was like black rhinos.
I think it's just white and black are the only two. Because I just heard something about rhinos. I was listening to a podcast where they're talking about the those guys that are like trying to bring back the mammoth and everything. It was like one of the biologists with them, and was talking about like bringing back the rhinos and whatnot.
All right, so there's the Sumatran rhino, Javan black rhino, greater one-horned rhino, white rhino. So there was at least 5 on savetherhino.org, sorry, if you want to check that out. All right. On to Calib's half of round 2. Let's see if you can get us on the board here.
This is rough. Just if we don't score anything the whole game, it's pretty good for me, I'll say.
That's true.
Geography.
You're playing to tie so far. Geography, Caleb, you sticking with it?
He can't steal. Right, he uses. I'll use my reroll here.
Okay. Going back. Oops.
See what we get. Fuck me every time.
Dude, back and forth. The same fucking things. What categories each time?
All right, so this is what Justin would have had he not re-rolled.
Oh, I bet you it's a fucking layup.
We'll see here. All right, Caleb, which painting technique involves painting on wet plaster?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, not a layup.
Final answer?
Nope.
I didn't know what you were painting on was a part of the technique.
I have no clue. Like, is it like just like class, like whatever the word is for classic painting? Is the plaster not wet, but you have to dip your toothbrush in the water?
Your toothbrush.
Or your toothbrush, your paintbrush, sorry.
That's how much we know about art on the Burger podcast.
Don't you use a toothbrush, right? I have not the slightest idea. I was gonna say like acrylic painting, but acrylic I think is just a type of like paint or like.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like I'm thinking of types of paint, not also, to me, like, why would you want to paint something on something that's wet? I feel like you'd want it to be dry.
Yeah. I really have no idea. 3D painting. Final answer.
All right. This was Arts and Leisure. Which painting technique involves painting on wet plaster? Caleb said 3D painting, not 3D printing.
3D. Dudley Bros. I would have said watercolor. I don't know. I mean,
that makes sense.
Not gonna steal though, right?
I can't.
Or you can because you rerolled. All right. The correct answer is fresco. Fresco.
Never heard of it.
That just makes me want a fresco melt from Steak and Shake.
Here is some fresco painting.
Oh shit.
Apparently the Sistine Chapel is fresco style.
Fresco. That's fun to say.
Fresca is the drink, right?
I was
Yeah.
thinking that it was Bob Ross because Bob Ross always is like, I painted my canvas bright white, but obviously not with plaster. So,
Dude, we've
Never
been when we leave Apollo in the crate now, we've been putting the TV on to like keep him so he's not totally bored. And the one day I got back and it was the Bob Ross channel.
nice.
And I asked Ashley if she did it on purpose, and she did because I had put it on Yellowstone the day before. And so now he sits in his crate and listens to Bob Ross painting all day.
Dude, just enjoying some happy little paintings.
The one day we sat down and we weren't like watching anything. It was just playing in the background while we were kind of just sitting on the couch. And I like get sucked into him doing it because he makes it look so easy. And I'm just like, it's insane how he can just do that and it looks immaculate. Like he's like, I'm gonna make a shadow or a reflection in the water, and he literally just does like a brush stroke. Like it seems like the most basic thing, and it looks immaculate. Like it looks perfect every time he does it.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch him too because they'll do the zoom ins on like what he's doing, and he's just like tap 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 tap. I'm like, this looks fucking terrible, and then you zoom out and it's just perfect, and you're like,
yeah. He's like, here, if you tap like this, it creates the illusion of thousands of leaves. And he's literally just going blah, 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 blah. Like there's no method to it, but it's all amazing. I'm like, dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a tree
like
right here. And he
green.
takes a giant brown line down the middle of the page. And then he just swipes on it a few times. And it's this beautiful evergreen tree out of nowhere. I'm like, this is crazy.
I like watching him do mountains because he'll do like the snow caps with just like a metal scraper.
Uh-huh.
Scraper, and he just goes
Yep.
And I was like, oh
Yeah.
that was tight.
It's crazy.
TK, I feel like we know a fun fact about Bob Ross videos.
Yeah, tell the
Is he
people.
from Indiana?
I don't know if he's from there. He might be.
I don't think he is.
Oh,
But-
he filmed there?
It was like 80% of it, I think, he filmed at the auditorium at Ball State where we graduated college.
That's right.
Oh,
Emmons
that's right. I feel
Auditorium.
like you've
took
mentioned that
each in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Ross. God damn it.
I'm going to take a guess. He's from Oregon. It's my guess.
Born
Michigan.
October 29th, 1942 in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Interesting.
Died in 1995 in Orlando.
Dang, he was only 50? 53? What was it?
Yeah. Yeah, he had lymphoma.
Oh.
Not so good.
I don't know if it was that show, The Golden Touch, the one on Netflix with the auction guys. It was either that or something else, but somebody was selling. I think it was that show. He was selling Bob Ross paintings. Like he had some of his originals.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing about it too is I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary about Bob, but if you ever see anything that's like branded for Bob Ross, like bumper stickers or like chia pets, posters, all that shit, don't buy it because none of it goes to the family. It's all some corporation that stole all of his rights. And so none of the funding goes back to the family or to a good cause at all. It just goes to some money grubbers. So just
there used to be this guy in the UFC. He never really became anything, but he was on the Ultimate Fighter, but he was this light-skinned dude with a big afro, and his nickname was the Violent Bob Ross because he kind of looked just like him, and he was good on the show, and then like when he got to the big show, he kind of never really did anything, but it was like one of the best nicknames.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But all right, on to round 3 so far. It is 0-0. Both of you have used your rerolls, so time to start getting to use those lifelines. That said, it's time for Justin's spin round 3 here.
Justin, I went down a rabbit hole of Ultimate Fighter like entrances, like when they introduced the new teams. And for some reason, I watched the one where Kimbo Slice came in like 7 times. I was like, that's so sick, dude.
Rashad was like, I want Kimbo. Or not Rashad, Rampage was like, I want Kimbo. Kimbo's mine. Yeah, and then he fucking did terrible.
All right, so you ended up in history, Justin. What notorious skyjacker was the subject of a manhunt from 1971 to 2016 when the FBI finally closed the case?
Is this like the famous story of the one where the dude robs the whatever and like drops the money and then skydives out of the plane? And it's like what movies are about. It's like the fucking Uncharted is based off of this. I don't know if I'm making that up, but I think that's what it was. It was like somebody's treasure. And I want to say it starts with the D, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Not Davy Jones. But like somebody's treasure, like, dumb. Fucking hey. I want to say it was something with the, I don't know why D like is ringing a bell, but I think it's what Uncharted was written after, but I don't know what his name was. It's not O'Doyle, like O'Doyle rules. I have no idea. D Dwayne do. It's something with the D because it's like fucking stuck in my head. Skyjacker. I don't know if this is the right thing or not. D. It's, is it D like DD something? DD, I think it's DD, like, fuck. Hold on. I'm like, it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know if it's the right answer or not, but it's what I'm thinking of. It's like DD Hooper or DD Cooper. Fuck. DB Cooper. DB Cooper is the name I'm thinking of. Holy shit. DB Cooper. I don't know if that's right, but that's the fucking treasure hunt guy that I'm thinking of. DB Cooper is the skydiving guy. I'm going to go with that one. DB Cooper. This is a rough game. I'm going to 2 times it because it's the only skyjacker I know. DB Cooper.
Okay, what notorious skyjacker was the subject of a manhunt from 1971 to 2016 when the FBI finally closed the case? Justin, after some real twisting of the brain, thinks it's DB Cooper for the 2 times. You got it, dude.
Oh,
nice
man.
I was listening to you go closer and closer, and I was trying not to make a face.
I was like just staring at the wall. The DD is what was like, I knew it had started with the D, but I like couldn't think of what it was. And then when I said DD, I was like, it sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound right.
Well, played by Tom Hiddleston there as Loki. Interesting.
Holy shit.
I don't know. They must not have a real picture of him.
So did they close it because that guy died, or did they actually solve the?
Let's see here. Just read through. I don't know how they closed it. What is this? Money recovered that matched the ransom money serial numbers.
I just know this is what I'm pretty sure it's what Uncharted was. I think it was. There is a movie, at least I know that I've seen where it's based off of DB Cooper.
I don't know. It looks like I need to read up on it, but
my mind went to a different movie. I was thinking of Catch Me If You Can, the guy that used to pretend to be a pilot. That's where my mind went.
What was that guy's name? Frank something?
Yeah. I can't remember his last name, but
I don't know. It says perhaps Cooper didn't survive the jump from the plane after all. So I don't know if they closed it.
Yeah, I just remember it being like a great mystery.
Takes me back to that same link. That's the FBI link. "45 years later, we've arrived at a conclusion today that it was just time to close the case because there isn't anything new out there. There's a lot that goes into that decision, but it really was just time."
Damn, so this guy might have got away, dude.
So either he got away with it or he died and drowned with all that money. Either way.
Dude's still alive, laughing somewhere in a cabin.
Him and Tupac and Elvis are just hanging out.
All right. Well done, Justin. Put us on the board there.
What
Two
fucking
times,
movie?
too.
Was it Uncharted? I gotta figure that out.
Uncharted, the movie, or like all the games?
The
And
movie.
then subsequently, the movie. I mean, they did what they like pulled a whole bunch of shit out of a plane in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
All right, Caleb. So you're having round 3. Here's your spin.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's tough. All right, I'll take it.
All right, back to geography once again.
Without a Paddle was about DB Cooper's treasure.
Oh, interesting.
Man, I was way off.
All right, Caleb, your geography question. In which state should Bugs Bunny have taken a left turn?
I have no idea. I might have to use my phone a friend here. I have no clue. Who can I call? I don't even know who to call for this. This is out there. I'm
curious, like, is this off of a sign in the show, or is this like a very well-known conversation that happens?
Is this like, is it Roadrunner that chases him around? Or is that a different?
Well, it's Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Elmer Fudd hunts Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, right. Yeah, I don't know. I have to use my phone a friend. Could call Bilo. Could call Sarah. I'm gonna call Erica.
Oh, the switcheroo.
She provided us with our phone a friend. She might be asleep.
Hello.
Hi, I'm not catching you sleeping, am I?
No, you're not.
You're my phone a friend.
Okay, let's hope it goes better than last time.
This one's a weird one, but you may know it. I don't know.
Okay.
In which state should Bugs Bunny have taken a left turn?
In which state? Like a U.S. state?
Yeah, I would say. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know shit about this. I mean, it's a 1 in 50 chance.
Right? Okay. In which state should Bugs Bunny have taken a left turn? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
I heard you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you heard me. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, seriously, motherfucker?
Which state?
I feel like it's got to be on the East Coast, right? Because if Elmer Fudd was the one hunting him,
Yeah.
he's got the fucking flannel on.
Okay.
So back in the day, lumberjacks, West Virginia.
Okay.
Mountain
See,
Mama.
I'm thinking West Coast, because isn't Warner Brothers Studio in California?
Definitely could be. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like-
Bugs Bunny left turn.
Like Washington. If he makes a left turn out of Washington, he goes to California. Or not, Oregon.
So for some reason, there's something about like Albuquerque in my head, and that's in New Mexico.
I've been there.
At Albuquerque, and that's in New Mexico. So I would go New Mexico.
All right, New Mexico. Final answer.
All right. In which state should Bugs Bunny have taken a left turn? After some consultation with Erica's Brain Blast, we've got New Mexico.
That's
Right
right. Let's
answer.
go.
What the hell?
Thank you, Erica.
Albuquerque was the.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
So it's an old line from one of the Merry Melodies cartoons where he was going somewhere and he pops up in the wrong place. I actually have the clip here, so we're going to roll the clip.
Well, here I am. Hey, just a cotton picking minute. This don't look like the Coachella Valley to me. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. Oh well, I'll just ask this jet into fancy knickerbockers.
That was it.
Wow.
That's what a pull from Erica. I am a little gobsmacked that she pulled that out.
Let's go.
My guess would have been like when you said West Virginia, that was my guess because I was like, it's the only West is left. So I was like, all right, let's go with West Virginia. So when you had said that, I was like, no fucking way we're thinking the same fucking thing right now. How the fuck? Like, that's insane. She just pulled that out.
Let's go. Phone a friend. Successful.
Yeah, what a clutch phone a friend moment. All right, that takes us to round 4. It's 2-1. Justin's lead, and Justin has a phone a friend and a steal, and Caleb has just 2 times and a steal. So here we go into crunch time, Justin.
See what you get, mate. Ooh.
Bro, this wheel is trash right now.
Leisure with arts.
Art and leisure.
Bob
Again.
Ross, final answer. Dude, I'm still fucking cold, even with this goddamn Snuggie.
All right, Justin.
Brr.
Which long-running Broadway plays replica of the Paris Opera House chandelier contains 6,000 beads?
I don't know. Phantom of the Opera is my only guess because of the Paris Opera House. The fact that it's at an opera. I don't know. Like, I know Wicked is a big one. And Fiddler on the Roof, I think, is one. It's too late to call my aunt. She's definitely asleep. My mom's asleep. The fact that it's the replica of an opera house makes me think Phantom of the Opera is like the nail on the head there, but I don't know what Wicked's about. I actually don't know what any operas are about. So I'm going to say Phantom of the Opera and hope that that's right. Final answer.
Hang on. All right. This was Art and Leisure. Which long-running Broadway plays replica of the Paris Opera House chandelier contains 6,000 beads? Justin says Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
You got it.
Gotta be.
It's the
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oof. Man.
Even though I don't think it runs anymore. I think it's officially done.
Oh. My experience with Phantom of the Opera is the old Disney Channel movie Phantom of the Megaplex. So, yeah, I don't know shit. I'm glad that was
Yeah, I
such
think it
an
was like
easy
a big
question.
deal
though.
that it doesn't run anymore.
So here's the big fake chandelier. It is fucking huge.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but when the question came up, I threw my hands up like that because I was like, it's got to be Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
What other option is there?
That really was my only option. I was just naming other ones to just name other things. I was never going to go with anything else. What is Wicked about witches?
Yeah, it's like Wizard of Oz, kind of, essentially.
Okay.
It's about Alphaba. She's the Wicked Witch of the West. And her
Oh, okay.
relationship to Glinda the Good Witch.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of goes behind the scenes of the movie events in the second act, and it's fucking good. Meg and I saw it in Grand Rapids, and that wasn't even like the big Broadways, and it was fucking sick.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, it was really good. All right, but well done there. On to Caleb's half here. Caleb, spinning.
Dear Lord.
Wow, what a tough wheel today. Back to art and leisure.
Dude, this wheel is fucking. It's literally been the same for us. Wheelsifer is like, man, did we not give you enough sacrifices or something?
Give me some.
I got lamb. I got ground lamb in the freezer, dude. I can give you some of that.
All right, Caleb, your art and leisure question. Which cheap Russian camera inspired a photographic movement in the 1990s?
I don't know. My first thought is like Polaroid, but I don't know the names of the one that you can buy just in a box and it has like one reel and it's like plastic. I don't know the names of those, but I'm assuming that's the answer.
The like disposable camera.
Yeah. But again, I don't know the name of them. But I grew up in the 90s. I'm trying to think. Like those were the cameras you saw in the 90s, I feel like. Like are they just called Polaroid, or is that like the name of the picture? I have no idea.
I don't know that. I didn't even think about that as the name of the picture.
And is it Kodak? Is that the name I'm thinking of? With like the like yellow boxes? And I'm only thinking of that because there is a song from the 90s, and I want to say it's like Neo or Ray J, where they talk about a Kodak camera.
Kodak Black. He's a Lamar Jackson fan. Shout out.
Is it Kodiak or Kodak? Kodiak, I feel like, is chewing tobacco.
Kodiak, Alaska. Kodiak Bears. Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, I'll say Kodak camera. I don't know if that's right, but there's like a Ray J or Neo song from the 90s where they say that. Take a picture with your... Is it Kodiak camera or Kodak camera? Kodak. Final answer. Kodak camera.
All right, this was another arts
That's
and
gotta
leisure
be
question. Which cheap Russian camera inspired a photographic movement in the 1990s? Caleb says Kodak.
Oh, that was 100% my guess. I'm not going to steal because Kodak was without a doubt my guess. I'm trying to think of like Russian names. The Igor. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Polaroid would be the only. Kodak was definitely my guess. I'm kind of amazed that that's not it. No clue.
All right, the correct answer is Lomo. Lomo cameras, I guess.
Never heard of it.
Supposedly,
I bet you it's the same fucking thing as a Kodak camera.
They saved film cameras.
Oh, is it the big red ones?
I don't know. I'm trying to find what a Lomo camera.
I think it was like big red ones where it like saved it like on a little, almost like a projector thing.
Sit just a little.
No, that's not what I was thinking of.
Well, it kind of looks like the Instagram logo ones.
Yeah, I mean,
Instagram logo.
I mean, I grew up in the 90s. Not that people I know are taking pictures, but I remember the little disposable ones. I like those. I don't
Oh yeah,
remember.
and you just like crank the little wheel, take a photo, crank the
Yeah,
wheel.
those are just like old disposable cameras.
It was definitely Kodak, though. You were right with that. The
Yeah.
little green guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in
green
the
one is what I
90s,
was
people would have
thinking
put them
of,
in the fucking water case to take pictures underwater, and everyone thought they were cool as fuck.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
Take them on vacation so nothing bad can happen to them. Develop them later.
Super random, but there's a guy I follow on Instagram. It's actually really fucking cool. He gives those out to people. Like he lives in like New York or LA, and he gives out those little disposable cameras, and he's like, "Hey, go out, have a good time, take random pictures, and give it back to me, and I'll make like a video out of it." And it's always sick, dude. It's pretty.
It would be kind of
pretty
cool to give
impressive.
those out and be like,
How does he
"Send
get
it to
them?
this address when you're done with it."
That's
Yeah.
exactly what he does. He's like, "I'll come get
Okay,
it from you
send it
like
to
the
this
next day."
address.
He's
Okay.
like, "Do you live?" Before he gives it out, I think he's like, "Do you live here or know someone that lives here?" And then he's like, "Here's my number. Just text me and I'll come pick it up." And he gives out tons of them. But it's really cool. I wish I could like, not that anyone's listening, but I wish I could like shout them out because it's super cool.
Joe and
I wonder-
Kenzie,
Dude, one of those
follow this
cameras-
guy that Caleb's talking about.
Whoa, $18 on Amazon
For what?
for one of those cameras.
The Lomo?
No, for one of these little Kodak cameras. Is that right? For real?
like,
$20?
but still, like,
I thought they were way cheaper. I thought they were like $5 and it costs more to like develop the film.
Here we go. Here's one Kodak Water and Sport, $17.99.
I just think it's crazy the actual technology to take a photograph. It doesn't make sense in my mind that you can click a button and it saves what you're looking at and puts it on something.
Yeah.
I can't. There's no amount of explanation that will ever make it make sense to me. And it costs $20 to do that on the cheapest. I just don't, I can't. I could literally talk in circles about it for the rest of my life and have no clue.
I mean, it's just placed on film.
But I don't understand how it just like takes that and brings
takes all the light rays bouncing around and uses glass to redirect them to a single point, creating that sharp image, and it just burns into the old film.
Yeah, it's like on the little film rolls. That's how they used to do movies, dude. Essentially.
It's so insane.
All right.
So
anyway,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
on to round 5. It's 3-1 now. Justin's lead. Phone a friend and steal an answer. He's got left to work with. Caleb still has his 2 times and a steal. So that said, here's Justin's spin.
This is round 4 or 5.
This is round 5.
Oh shit.
So that blows your mind more than like our cell phones?
I mean, that blows my mind too. But like a camera has been they invented a camera when people were still getting like killed by giant blocks of ice.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a fair
In
point.
fairness, people still do die to like icicles and stuff.
It's just like I don't
Never out of fashion.
like cameras taking photos of things that you're staring at. CDs where you just point a laser at it and it happens to fucking play exactly what you want. Video games where you have outward input that goes in and controls something that's on your TV. Like Wi-Fi, dude, I could literally go. I'm gonna start wearing a tinfoil hat because I feel like they're gonna come after me.
The Bluetooth too blows your mind.
Dude.
It's like
Why we're top of the food
No
chain,
wire?
baby.
Dude, it's all of it. Just I could literally talk about it for hours. It's
I will say one thing that fucks me up is wireless charging. How are we connecting electricity from one thing to another without cables? I just don't understand.
Magnets, bro. Magnets.
how do
It
they
Magnets,
really
bro.
fucks me
Yeah.
up still to this day, and comedians make jokes about it. I don't understand how we can FaceTime with no delay, but like newscasters and interviews and shit, they're still on delay. I'll never understand that.
Well, they do that stuff on delay in case they have to edit stuff, if that's what you mean.
That's the only reason why. If
Well,
I'm
depends.
dumb.
Are you talking about like if the newscaster and there's like somebody out on the scene and they're
Yeah.
like delayed? Yeah, okay, that's different than what you're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
what I'm
Justin.
talking about. Like someone with weather, like at a hurricane, is like, yeah,
It must
Bob.
just be the
you know?
broadcasting equipment.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Bob.
happen as often as it used to. But yeah, that is pretty funny shit.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, I heard a comedian say that one time, and I was like, "Damn, that's so true. Why is there
Yeah.
such a delay for these motherfuckers when I can look at you guys right in your face on my little handheld device that can charge
Yeah.
itself?"
They're also
wirelessly?
broadcasting
Zero
across the
delay.
nation too. I'm sure that is a little bit of a. But yeah, no,
Well,
I mean, I can
I'm just trying to
FaceTime
be
someone
devil's
in
advocate.
Germany,
Yeah.
and it'll be
it must
fine.
have something to do with the delay from taking that broadcast and putting it on an active broadcast with somebody else. So like
Right.
the broadcast live with this on it is a little bit faster than they can react.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's
Anyways.
because
Also,
they're not
we're
connected
never
to
gonna
the
find
net.
the answer between us three. So
Yeah,
No,
they're just not connected to the net, bro. The net changes
Yeah.
everything.
the net man. All right. This was general is what you landed on, Justin. General. Here's your question. What U.S. state is home to the Crazy Horse Memorial? Another 1 in 50 multiple
Yeah.
choice question here.
Crazy Horse Memorial. Don't have the slightest clue. I want to say somewhere in like the Midwest. For some reason, I don't really know why. I kind of I'm thinking of I want to call Tony, but it's late and I don't have his new schedule, so I don't actually know when he's available. And then Eli is pretty smart with random shit, but this might be like too random. And Brandon knows a lot about war history, but this is like Revolutionary War, like way old war history. Crazy Horse. I don't know. I'm just going to use my phone a friend because I feel like I haven't in a while. I'm going to call either Eli or Brandon. Let's call Eli. I don't know why I think the Midwest because of like I know Mount Rushmore's out there. And that's like for some reason in my head. And like I feel like Indian tribes are strong in the Midwest. I don't know.
Hey.
Hey, I got a question for you. You're on the podcast.
Lay it on me, man.
All right, this is very random, and I just couldn't think of anything. So
My reputation is not great on here, but we'll take what we got.
we'll make it work. It's categories general. What U.S. state is home to the Crazy Horse Memorial?
South Dakota's my gut response.
Okay, I'm not mad at that because I said Midwest, and I was thinking Mount Rushmore, which is Dakota's.
It's close to there.
I'm not mad at South Dakota, though. You want to roll with it?
I got to roll with South Dakota.
All right,
Yeah, bring it on.
I'm riding it because that's kind of like where I was leaning towards was South or North Dakota. Let's go South Dakota. Final answer.
All right, this was a general question. What U.S. state is home to the Crazy Horse Memorial? They're going to go with South Dakota.
Let's go. That was it.
You got
No
it.
fucking
Nice
way.
pull.
Let's go. All right, man. Thank
That
you.
might be the first time I've actually gotten something right.
Hell yeah.
Honestly.
Nicely done.
How does anyone know that?
It's easy.
All right, see ya. Dude, I'm not lying. South Dakota. I was between South and North Dakota in my head for some reason. I couldn't really tell you why. And then as soon as he said South, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm in.
I just want to be clear that South Dakota is not part of the Midwest.
It's definitely
Oh,
not.
what is it considered? The middle?
The Great Plains, maybe.
Oh, well, sorry for the slander.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll forgive you. We're Midwesterners.
Wow, it does call it the Midwest, but that's not right.
There's
It's
no
not the
way.
Midwest.
Definitely
No
the
way.
Midwest. That's exactly how the map works in my eyes right there. Midwest.
East,
Yeah,
North
yes, it
Central,
does.
and West North Central.
It's definitely not what I think of when I think of the
No,
Midwest.
I don't either. That's dumb. All right, well, I'll take it back, but I'm firmly on the ground that it is not part of the Midwest.
Even Minnesota's like pushing it for me.
Yeah. It's a different it's a whole it needs its own standing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hell yeah, let's go. I did not
Nice
expect
bowl.
that to work
Yeah,
out
wow.
that way.
South Dakota.
He said it right away too.
Phone friends coming in clutch today. All right, Caleb. The final question of the episode. This one's for you.
Yikes, another ass whooping. Apparently I can't answer questions without help. It's been rough. Oh God.
And he gets
Yeah,
history.
this
to close
wheel
out
this
the game.
wheel has been rough today.
It's a tough one today.
I feel like my one I just got general is the
Ronald
only one
Reagan.
that's been like one
Two
one
times
of our
I'll answer.
categories.
All right, Caleb. Sorry, the COVID's coming out to close the game here. This is history. In Germany in 1900, who built the first rigid frame dirigible airship and founded the first airline company, the acronym DELAG, D-E-L-A-G?
I've never heard of that word, dirigible.
Dirigible, capable of being steered, guided, or directed, just so we're all on the same page, because I didn't know what that word means either.
Interesting.
I have no fucking clue.
Why would you? I mean, what the fuck? Dude, I just had a patient today, speaking of airline, who had a P-38 Lightning, which is like an old school airplane t-shirt on. And he's like, do you know anything about airplanes? And I was like, no, I know like the P-51 Mustang. And for the next hour of our treatment session, he just talked to me about airplanes. It was like when a car guy says, hey, you like cars? And you're like, oh, no, not really. And then they just go into everything they know about cars talking to you. It was an hour of airplane mechanics and controls and pilot license. It was insane how much this guy talked about airplanes. But I didn't get this answer out of him. That would have been crazy if I did.
I could sit here and try to debate all I want. I have literally no idea.
Yeah, like if it's asking for a specific name, no one knows any specific names besides the Wright brothers.
Yeah. Herbert Hoover, 2 times, final answer.
Hooverville.
All right. This was history to close out the game, and we are going to 2 times it because no harm can come to you. In Germany in 1900, who built the first rigid frame dirigible airship and founded the first airline company, the acronym DELAG? Caleb says Herbert Hoover.
It was Johann von Hammersmith.
All right, so it's the name of the person is also the name of the ship, if that helps.
Oh.
Hans Glider.
Oh. Not bad. But it's steerable. And an airline company, rigid frame. Yeah, I don't know. I'm too drunk.
All right, Count Ferdinand von Zeppelin.
Oh, the
Invented
Zeppelin.
The Zeppelin airship.
Damn, I'm thinking of planes, not a fucking blimp.
There it is.
That's
how
so
this one says
that is
Zeppelin on it.
It's like ominous just looking at it. And the Hindenburg exploded. Was that a picture of it right there? I saw like one in flames to the left.
Be
Yep.
real, TK. If either one of us would have got that, would you have been shitting a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those where you could have guessed it, but you would have had to been on blimps.
Yeah, I mean, but even if we said Zeppelin, that wouldn't have really counted.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Jeopardy rules. If you say the last name, you get it.
Wasn't him? I'm thinking airplane the whole way through. I wasn't thinking blimp.
Yeah, rigid frame is kind of like weird because a blimp reminds me of like a balloon, but it's not
exactly.
really, so
yeah, it is a rigid frame. Yeah, I'm with you.
Weird.
But alas, that takes us to the end. It was 4-1, Justin's win today. So congratulations. That makes the score this month so far 13-7.
I don't even think I can come back.
Of the month. So anything's possible, but you're gonna
Justin,
need.
You would only have to get one question right next week to beat me. I would have to have a perfect game to tie.
Perfect game.
Perfect game nets you 7 if you get the steal in the 2 times.
Yeah.
So if I get one right, we tie. If I get 2 right, I win.
You won for the month. We'll play the next one for shits and gigs, but no shot I'm coming back.
Yeah, it's a tough one. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, tuning in somehow. We're on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, and of course the YouTubes. You can find our links at linktr.ee/theburgerpodcast. Once again, linktr.ee/theburgerpodcast. And Justin, and to people with the Patreon.
Patreon, $2, $5, $10 tier. If you want to be a guest, $10 a month is all it takes. Both of our phone and friends actually were previous guests. So thank you to those two for being listeners and friends and givers and whatnot. Everyone that is not a $10 subscriber, if you would like to be a guest, all you got to do is upgrade. And if you don't want to be, we appreciate the support anyways. As always, # like and subscribe.
Yeah, guys. I hope you enjoyed round 2 of the ass whooping. It was a lot of fun. Sorry we missed last week, but life happens. It is what it is. Are we still? I think we're still on course to do 4 in a month, though. So
yeah, I mean, next Friday will be the 2nd of August, but we have room for 4 episodes in August. So gotcha. We're fudging it a little bit, but sorry about it.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this right now on a Friday night, I hope you're enjoying a drink. Only 6 days until the start of the football season.
Woo,
yeah, bear down. But we appreciate your guys' support. Shout out to the patrons. Give us $10. Come hang out with us for an hour and a half, and have some drinks. But yeah, we love you all. We appreciate you guys. This has been the Burger Podcast. I'm Caleb Weiniger.
Justin Burkett.
And TK.
And we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.